Multi-jump basics. In athletic performance, when muscles are stretched immediately prior to contraction, they're capable of producing greater forces. Throwers move in a way that stretches the chest muscles just prior to the throw. This stretching of the chest muscles increases their ability to speed up the implement. Jumpers, when the foot contacts the ground, allow the leg to flex slightly, allowing the extensor muscles to stretch and the leg to operate like a spring. Muscles and the associated connective tissues are at their best when they are allowed to stretch and snap back like rubber bands. We call the body's reaction to this stretching, with these increases in force production, a stretch reflex. The physiological response associated with it is called an elastic response. This response is also commonly called a stretch shortening cycle, or an SSC in the literature. The additional performance boost gained when muscles operate this way is called elastic energy, and the production of elastic energy is the key to high levels of performance in nearly all sports endeavors. Sports training that uses and improves elastic energy production is called plyometric training. Many persons think of plyometric training as jump training. However, many other forms of training are plyometric in nature as well. For this reason, to clarify our terminology, in this program we'll use the term multi-jump training to define jump training designed to improve the elastic response, and we'll consider multi-jump training as a subset of plyometric training. We do multi-jump training for two purposes. First of all, this training of the elastic response improves an athlete's power and elastic strength capabilities. This results in a stronger athlete who can jump better and move faster. Secondly, multi-jump training develops an athlete's ability to apply forces well in specific planes and directions. This results in improved running mechanics, improved jumping mechanics, improved throwing mechanics, and generally improved quality of movement. Competitions are intense and explosive, so multi-jump training is very specific, and improvements here show great skill transfer into the sports themselves. While certain forms of multi-jump training can be done even by athletes of the earliest developmental stages, high-level multi-jump training is a high-risk, high-reward type of activity. For this reason, we'll define these key rules governing multi-jump training. First of all, multi-jump training should be well planned. Volumes and intensity should be appropriate to the athlete's age, experience level, and the time of the training year. Multi-jump training should progress properly throughout the entire training calendar in a way that increases intensities in a safe, progressive manner. Long-term and short-term planning are a must. In this program, we'll give you guidelines on proper volumes and session construction and show you how to choose multi-jumps that are appropriate for each point in the training calendar. Secondly, multi-jump training must be purposeful. Each type of multi-jump exercise has a certain purpose and role in the training program, and it should be used for that purpose only, and only at times of the year when that purpose is appropriate. Many injuries result because coaches mindlessly repeat multi-jump routines throughout the year without consideration of their training effects. In this program, we'll explain clearly the role each type of multi-jump training plays in an athlete's program so that you can make wise exercise selection choices. Finally, to minimize the risk of injury, multi-jump exercises must be taught correctly and executed with correct technique at all times. Some forms of multi-jump training are far more difficult and technical than others, but we'll point out key technical features throughout the program and provide advice on teaching them. There are three distinct phases that the jumping leg goes through in any multi-jump exercise. Just prior to the foot contacting the ground, the muscles of the leg contract isometrically, stiffening the leg in anticipation of impact and improving the quality of the elastic response yet to come. We call this the preparation phase. Upon impact, the leg flexes and gives a bit, allowing elastic responses to occur in the extensor muscles. This is called the amortization phase. Finally, the leg extends, using a concentric contraction to propel the body into flight. The takeoff leg goes through these three distinct phases in a fraction of a second in all jumping activities, and good plyometric teaching addresses all of these phases. In particular, the isometric preparation prior to impact should be emphasized in teaching by teaching correct positions of the leg, particularly the positions of the ankle. Also, the ground contact time used to convert from the amortization phase to the extension phase is unique to each athlete in each exercise. In most cases, athletes will tend to spend too much time on the ground, and your coaching must center about improving the preparation phase and lessening the ground contact time. However, a small amount of time to convert from eccentric to concentric is necessary, and occasionally you'll find an athlete who is actually too stiff and genuinely needs to spend a little more time on the ground. Ground contact time is not to be minimized or maximized, but optimized, and teaching good technique will result in proper ground contact times. Generally speaking, multi-jump technique concerns fall into three categories. First of all are the ground contact skills, the proper execution of the preparation, amortization, and extension phases. Secondly, we must be concerned with posture, proper stabilization and alignment of the body's core in order to maximize performance and minimize injury risk. Finally, most multi-jump exercises show swinging movements of the arms. In single leg jumping, the free leg swings as well. These swinging movements must be executed correctly in order to maximize force production and in some cases to maintain good posture.